I thought we played a really good first half. I mean, we didn't close the second quarter as well as we probably would have liked to, but we kind of self-corrected. I thought the third quarter we started to get back into, not as much movement, body movement, ball movement, and then we corrected ourselves again. So that was a positive. I thought offensively we were much better, from start to finish. I think I always look at assists. Thought we did a good job moving the ball. In the third, I thought we did get stagnant. I didn't think we had very many deep paint shots. They're a hard team to guard, but I thought, coming down the stretch, we got some stops when we needed to. I thought Steven's offensive rebound and his performance was certainly very impactful, and Paul played well, and I thought Carmelo and Russell and everybody I thought contributed. So hopefully it's something we can build upon.
What occurred that allowed those moments of self-correction that maybe you hadn't been getting in previous games where
I think, like I said, just trying to talk about it in timeouts. We're stagnant. The ball's not moving. We're not playing downhill. It's one pass shot. It's not working. And and listen, from a talent standpoint and an offensive standpoint and ability standpoint, like, I get the ability that, in the confidence level, and you always want players playing with confidence, but I thought when we got a little bit stagnant there, that's when you need to have a little bit more ball movement. Now, I did think to start the third quarter, we did a really nice job. I thought we came out and had some really good plays where we executed. We got good looks. We had multiple passes. Guys were able to generate really good shots. And then I thought as the quarter went on, we got away from that. And then we kind of got back to it at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, and I thought it closed, fairly well.
That stretch in the fourth quarter, Steven's got 5 fouls, he's sitting on the bench. How do you weigh those moments when you're out, especially with Wiggins tonight, when's the right moment to put him out?
I think there was 7:41 on the clock when he picked up his fifth. I just thought that was a lot of time for him to play and not potentially get a foul, especially guarding Towns, where they're going to go at him and there's going to be some contact. So, I thought once we got below 5 minutes, then you kind of ride with him there and see what can happen. I think you're always in a position where there's a possibility you could foul out just because he's having to guard one of their marquee players, and they're certainly going to try to run things to attack whoever's on him. And so it was just really more the fact that I didn't think that first 7 minutes and 40 seconds he could actually stay on the floor without fouling, and we needed him coming down the stretch, and certainly he made some big plays down the stretch, so that was critical.
Also, he was wearing a brace tonight. What happened?
I don't know. I think he jammed his thumb there a little bit, but generally when there's a problem or there's something that's really prohibiting a guy from playing, they let me know, but I don't know all the main reasons for that. I think he kind of hit his thumb, and I think he's fine, though. Didn't affect his shooting tonight, did it? Yeah, it was okay. We did it to both his thumbs.
Billy, you talked about how challenging they are to guard. What kind of a night is that for Paul, who has so much responsibility on that end, and then the 36 points, the 2 big threes in the fourth?
Yeah, as you get to work with different players, and our team is so new. And haven't been around these guys for really a long period of time, but the one thing about Paul is he's always engaged defensively. Like, he really is engaged, and I think he's always been a player offensively that kind of can create and let things come to him and make decisions, make passes, make shots, drives. He can make plays, but he's always engaged defensively. I think he takes a high level of responsibility, personal responsibility to guard every night, and that's where I think he really puts a lot of his focus. I think that's why it's so free and easy for him to play offensively, because he knows, okay, I'm going to get shots here or there, but really if I can impact the game defensively, I think he prides himself on that end of the floor.
All of your wins this season before tonight, win by at least 9 points, and plus all your close games up to tonight. What more than anything was the biggest difference for you down the stretch tonight versus some of those other losses?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did a better job of moving the ball coming down the stretch. I thought we generated better shots coming down the stretch. I thought we got some really important stops when we needed to. Obviously Wiggins, it made a bomb 3, which cut it to 2, and then we had to kind of get the ball in bounds with 9 seconds. We did a good job there, and Paul kind of made some free throws. But I thought we generated good shots. We got Russell playing downhill. Paul made some plays. I thought Carmelo's composure and the way he played, the whole game was really helpful to our team. Steven's effort was really good, and then I think our bench played very well tonight. Josh Eustace played really well. I thought we got really good minutes out of Patrick Patterson. Jeremy Grant played very well. So I think overall it was a really good team win, and I think coming down the stretch in those moments, you kind of need everybody.
Billy, what did you think about the way y'all were able to defend without fouling in the last 4 minutes or so, and Steven out there with his 5, Andre forcing the shot clock violation on T?
Well, I mean, one of the things we tried to do to try to eliminate some of that was we switched a lot. We hadn't switched really much during the game, and then I think probably the last maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes of the game we switched a lot, and I think that was helpful in terms of not allowing the ball to come downhill, and we were kind of one-on-one, and we could kind of get ourselves in better position. They were slipping out of some screens. They were, hitting guys in the pocket on pick and roll, and they were driving the ball downhill, and it was forcing rotations. But I thought the switching helped us coming down the stretch.
And when Steven went out for that period in the fourth quarter, Jeremy came in and he made a couple of buckets. Well, what did you see from Jeremy there, particularly, being able to get him in pick and roll?
I think for Jeremy, he's a really smart player. He's got a really, I think, a good understanding. This is a little bit unique for him. He's playing the 5 spot, but I think he's done a really good job of understanding that there's great opportunities for him at the 5, especially with Russell and pick and roll, diving to the rim. And he's a really good passer when he catches it, away from the basket on those kind of pocket passes, because he's got good vision and he can see and he can generate shots, and then he also can make plays for himself. But Jeremy was really good because we ended up playing some Carmelo today, some tonight at the small forward spot. We played Jeremy at the 4 and the 5, so I think Jeremy's versatility is something that helps our team.